Hello and aloha pa to all the people of the earth again, once again. A last discussion, we were talking about spirit, that man has a spirit. Now, this time I'm going to be discussing about what happens after death, and essentially so-called life after death, which really is the existence after this life. It's not really life. A spiritual life is not biological by no means. So, but it is an existence. In fact, the topic is a very the most important topic of the religion. The entire discussions of these videos that I'm doing right now, and all the religions, the whole purpose, everything is nothing but this living, this life in entering to the second stage after this, which according to the Baha'i faith will continue forever, because soul does not die. It's not biological, therefore it doesn't die. But it may suffer very much. So, from the last discussion we had, we concluded that only the soul of people, the soul of man, can continue after the body, simply because the body does not represent all the attributes and character of the soul. Therefore, love and kindness and many things that we do, thinking as the main item, is not done by the matter. So if the material part of us is gone, the thinking power, which is not out of the material, is not emanation of the material, will have to continue. So, now all the souls are gone to the next stage. We also discussed before that Abdullah says the physical life and the spiritual life, metaphysical life, are parallel. Just like there's a cup of coffee, there's also a design right there that made that cup. Therefore, the material represents the design made by a designer to create this cup. One is physical, one is metaphysical. Now, based on this important prime directive that Abdul Baha says, there's parallel. The next life, just like this one, therefore there will be minerals, there will be plants, there will be the same stages that we have. There's animals, there's human being. Imagine, out of the people that they enter to the next level of existence, some are going to be material. Some are going to be vegetables. Some of them are animals. Only few is going to be human being. The proportion is amazing. Just consider how many species of animals we have here. I don't know. Probably 1 million, if you consider all the insects, all kind of animals, or the plants, same thing. And among in these millions of plants, only one species that's human being that is intelligent. There are not too many species of human being that's intelligent. Only one species. This is a big, huge reason for that. I'll tell you later on. But it's like the thousands and millions and billions of sperms, only one can succeed to fuse and create the zygote that becomes human being. Just one in so many. The rest of it is just nothing, no good. So when a person all his life have made money, real estate, anything that's material, and never thought about why am I even doing this? Why am I gaining money? I'm just like a slot machine. I like to play the game of winning. But what am I doing with the money? I have no plan. Just winning. Never mind spending it. These kind of people, naturally, because they never thought of the next life, therefore when they enter the next life, they don't have the power of thinking. They can't think of anything on that side. They never did. I give always them example of a fellow villager's big chief coming from a Zulu tribe. This example doesn't mean that I'm saying that Zulu people are bad. Let's say from Iran, my own country. And he's a big chief and he has millions of money, that's Iranian money. He comes to Canada. Can he go buy even a coffee with that money? No. What he earned there is not out of this currency of this country. The same way, we have made a lot of wealth and a lot of things, but when we go there, it's useless. So I'm a doctor. Good physicist, sorry, but there's no body here. I'm a physicist. There's no material here. So you're a great individual in here, but you made no plan as what you're going to do when you go to the other side. Is the same as that fellow that is in Iran and he wants to come down here. He thinks by his millions he will be a big boy here, but they don't recognize none of that. His degrees, his knowledge, his everything. It's totally useless. So this is how it happens. Some of the people are just vegetable because they're never good or bad in their life. They're so indifferent. You can see them every day. They walk by you. They're talking plants, really. So that is what happens when they die. They go in that situation. The time of death, this is in my opinion. I know of that. In most cases, it's exactly a state of sleeping. Before you die, actually, you sleep first. And as soon as you sleep, you dream. Sometimes you can open your eyes and you can see people on the side of the bed here, and when you close your eyes, see the people on the other side, or whatever you can see. And this time, the picture becomes stronger on the other side. It becomes more real. Then you don't wake up. The body is gone. The computer is gone. You can't receive no communications. That's it. Now you're entering the world of the dream. It is dream because you wake up from it. If you don't wake up, then it is your reality. Whatever that is, you made it. No one did it. All of what happens to us is absolutely ourselves. This is the power of God. The people cannot interfere in you becoming a good person or a bad person. That's your personal decisions. Did you want to be a bad person or a good person? You make those kindness or you don't. So you can't go there and say that I was manipulated, this and that. That's not acceptable. You can say, oh, I didn't know about Baha'i faith, I died, I was a Muslim. And God says, sure. I mean, you'll find out, but have you done? You have not been kind, you have not been nice, you have not been good. You haven't done anything for people, for your country, for planets, even for yourself. So, in any way we go, if you are no good, then you're gone. It's very important that we have to recognize Baha'i as our teacher. Baha'i faith is like highway that God has made. It says, okay, this is a simple way. If you go this, procedures, traffic sign, whatever, you will get there on time that you have to live in this life. But some say, no, I don't. I want to I want to fly. I'm more powerful than your religion. Baha'u'llah. I can fly. They might so, some people. Or others, they just take the, byway, not highway. Or some people just go, they like to walk. Chances are very, very difficult for those people to make it. It's like a school. In this school, this boy sitting beside the other boy, in future, one of them becomes the prime minister of the country, one of them becomes the greatest physicist of the time, one of them becomes the most important man in the planet. The other one, because he's not listening in the class, nothing, becomes a junkie in downtown Toronto. Because he did not pay attention in the class to the teaching, to the things. So in the class, there was not much of a difference. They were sitting at the same table, same chair, listening to the same teacher, essentially same right and everything. But when the class is over, now we're going to have to live with the outcome, with the consequence. The angle really widens enormously, infinitely sometimes. The differences becomes very, very huge, really unachievable to come back again from such a state. And so it is, Baha'u'llah says, it is exactly the difference between this life and that life. Just consider the womb of your mother